to Twitch. Twitch, say hi to YouTube. You know how it is. Say hi to Twitch. Say hi to YouTube, right? We're about to do another video here. So here we go. So this is an open discussion here, right? So of course, we're talking about obviously the Hans controversy here. People thinking he's cheating, Hans cheating. I personally, of course, this is my opinion, do not believe that he's cheating. I personally don't believe that he cheated at all. But of course, there is some stipulation, or like, you know, even they're saying Magnus has never withdrew from a tournament, and also there's some credibility there or whatever. Like to me, look, I saw the interview with him playing Magnus right when he beat him. I definitely thought, you know, and I still think that it was very legit. Thought about it. He talked about it. He talked about it afterwards a lot. I mean, even the analysis there was super legit. I was following him because I thought of some of the lines he was talking about. I'm like, I even thought about this myself, right? So in the chat here, of course, curious to see what you guys think. And we're going to just read the chat and kind of talk about, you know, the Hans thing. Because Magnus, if you are watching this from YouTube, you don't understand what happened. Magnus withdrew from the tournament after losing to Hans. Now there's cheating accusations out here. Did the man cheat? What is going on? What is this? You know what I'm saying, right? And then, you know, what I was saying is the big part is innocent until proven guilty is what it is. Innocent until proven guilty, right? So, you know, I don't think he cheated, but I mean, it's what it is, what it is. Like you're entitled to your opinion 100%. So let's see, man, if Hans didn't cheat and I were him, I'd be so humiliated. Okay, you know, but you can look at it two ways. You can also use it as motivation to continue to go very far, right? I think there is always a positive in every negative. That's a strength of mine. So I think it's very good to understand that. And I think Hans, at the level that he's at now, understands that same thing. He seemed way too lost today and couldn't even compare to Alondra in the interview today. I mean, maybe because he heard of that. Maybe because he heard of it. Maybe because, you know, with that going on too as well. But I mean, just because he may have seen Lost in one interview, and like he's always had crazy interviews. We all know this, right? You know, in the last interview, nobody suspected any cheating when he was talking about the lines on the board. But after Magnus withdrew, then people suspected that he was cheating. So now, you know, I think that, you know, it was kind of strange there of like, you know, what if he would have stayed in a tournament? So is there no cheating? What if he would have lost here? Right? There's lots of things, chat. Lots of things, I think. Lots of things. And at the end of the day, we don't really know until we know. 2 months, thanks to another pawn. I heard Hans said he studied online at Magnus played, but Magnus hadn't played such a G3 line since 2006. If ever. Yeah, correct. In fact, they said it, he has never played it, but then he said, no, he has played it before, against someone at certain time, blah, blah, blah. I can't remember. Like, and he brought it up. He brought up the game and blah, blah, blah. But he happened to be looking at it, which happens. You can get lucky like that. Like I was just telling the chat this earlier, you can get very lucky and analyze something. I remember watching a video and he was like, out of nowhere, I did, you know, analyze this game. Wesley Magnus, exactly. Wesley Magnus 2018, right. But it was because I remember he mentioned the game. But I remember what's funny is I actually, like I said this is round, I don't know what round this is, but I'm going to do the same thing, chat, where like I actually, you know, for some reason I kept thinking about the French defense. And I don't know why I was thinking about this. Even the game when I was analyzing or I was analyzing my opponent, and I was like, yo, he don't even play French. Like, why am the French is just at the front of my head right now. Why? And then I get to the board, I play E4, and the man plays the French. It was really like, it was very strange to me. I'm not even gonna lie. So sometimes you do have times where you just have a hunch of like somebody's gonna play, and it's very strange. But I did have that. So I can understand, you know, him being a little lucky there. Chess does come with luck, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of controversy right now. There is a lot of controversy right now. If I'm Hans, you know, and like there's two sides to it. If I'm Hans, right, and I'm, you know, it's not cheating, then look, I'm gonna use all of this. First off, I'm gonna use it as a compliment. Because like I'm cheating? You think I'm cheating? Oh wow, I'm pushing tight for real. Let me step on the gas. That's how I look at it, positive. But if it is cheating involved, then obviously it's going to come to light at some point, right? That's usually how it always does happen. But you know, until then, there's really nothing we can do. We'll talk about it and wait, right? Talk about it and wait. So There was no G3 Nemzo Magnus. I mean, who knows, right? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, right? Correspondence databases, you don't know if his database updated. Does he have Twig in there? What games is he using? Is it a training? Bro, there's so many questions, right? So many questions to be raised here, and it's hot right now. It's hot right now in these streets right now with Magnus and Hans everywhere. It's everywhere. Jedi sense is tingling, right? Jedi Force. Can we check if Hans played a lot of Nimzo Indian? Like, he does. He's played Nimzo, but sometimes you can switch it up. For instance, I don't think. I mean, I have the last database game I have of playing the French before my last tournament in Charlotte was in bro, I had to be in grade school. Like, you know what I mean? So it tells you you can play anything, right? Looking up Hans's games. Oh, he didn't play the Nimzo. He played it this time. Is cheating. Like, no, he just probably wanted to play it this time, right? I played one time French in the last 15 years, you know what I'm saying? So, and played it and won recently, right? So, and also you never know what somebody's doing behind closed doors study wise. I heard Charlotte, there we go, Charlotte Chess Center in the chat. Let's get a big shout out to them. No, we'll be there in November, chat. So it's going down. We are playing in the Masters. That's going to be fire. Charlotte Masters. How about the end game from Fabi though? Amazing. Let's take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. In fact, Fabi actually said, which is scary. That's very scary. He was like, y'all always crush the Nightdwarf. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, she just kind of disrespected MBL. But he was like, I guess he did give him some credit, though. Like, MBL is the only one that makes it very tough. So he said, I'm like, dang, bro, I don't even know if I want to play this no more. Like, I don't even know I want to play Nightdwarf. No, obviously you still do. But, man, it's tough playing somebody like Fabi who says, yo, I always crush it. Like, yo, bro, you just disrespected my opening like that. Do you think Hans managed to get Magnus opening prep? I mean, he kind of did. Hans plays quickly anyway, though. He played quickly. He was up time. Hans been playing good lately. Like, it happens. Hans is extremely suspect. Yeah, I mean, right. But if I think you are entitled to this opinion, obviously. But I think if Magnus would have not withdrew, nothing would have happened. I think because he did withdraw is why. But if he didn't withdraw, I think that we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. Hockey, he cheat with what they're saying he did. I don't actually know. I mean, they wand you when you come in. Like, you can't even have a phone on you. Magnus' tweet was so strange. Yeah, it could be a point where he going for 2,900. It could be two sides. Maybe Magnus did suspect something, but also maybe Magnus took it so hard because he's trying to get 2,900 and he lost to the lowest rated guy in the Sinkfield Cup that I'm disgusted. I don't want to play. Right? It could be either or. You don't really know. You don't really know. You know what I mean? Wasn't aware to today. Yeah, I also think Magnus dropped the ball going full Fisher. I mean, he just won 2,900, right? 2,900, but he lost to Hans, who's the lowest rated, dropped a lot of points. That sets him back a lot. I mean, he could be absolutely heated, absolutely distraught, absolutely super pissed, and be like, I'm out of here. I don't want to play no more, right? That could definitely happen. Hans is hundreds of points lower rated, right? I mean, a few hundred, right? So, it's, now he's not anymore, right? 26 something. But he didn't drop out to Prague losses. Yeah, but Prague losses is different. That was it was still this means more. Sinkfield Cup is huge, right? Sinkfield Cup is the time where you can actually touch 29. That's actually in one of the articles I read that if he could do well here, he could get close to 2,900 in the Sinkfield Cup. Because these are the players where you can get rating from. These are highest rated players. Not me, besides the wild card, obviously, but highest rated players. First classical loss for Magnus in years. Of course, he'll be devastated. Interesting. Yeah, I actually didn't know that. His first classical loss in years? Yeah, absolutely. He don't even remember how it feels to lose in classical chess. And to lose to the lowest rated, I mean, he out of there. Mine could be absolutely gone. But also, he could also have a hunch that someday, Hans was cheating, but I don't believe that he is. I just don't believe it by any means at all. But of course, again, innocent until proven guilty. Right? Okay. Isn't just a game, man. He played 3 members 20 on Clemmer, arguably showed 3 out of 3. Perusa today, it should have won. Very strange for someone that's struggling. No, of course, right. You don't know what people do behind closed doors, Pawn Smasher. Like, you could say, oh, yeah, he was struggling in this, but he was 2,400 18 months ago. But do you know that he studies 10 to 12 hours of chess a day? What is that supposed to do? Is he supposed to not be he's supposed to not be there, right? Or he's supposed to. It doesn't work then. If you study that much chess every single day, I mean, there's only 24 hours in the day. There's only 24. Do you understand? So if you study 10 to 12, what are you doing with the others, right? So 8 hours is cool, but at the top, that level, 10 to 12, easy. And I've heard this from Hans, right? I've heard that he's done this before, 10 to 12 hours of chess per day. So of course you would see an increase in rating like that if you have that kind of time, actually, right? Which makes sense. You don't know what people do behind closed doors. But of course, you could also argue that, oh, he's cheating, but you also need to have legit proof, right? Because if you don't have it, you could say Firuza's cheating. Bruh. You could say the same thing about Firuza. How did he get 2,800? How was he number 2? Nobody checked him, right? But, you know, it is what it is. And we don't know. And we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. And I think it's going to be nice to see, you know, eventually what is going to happen. And, you know, what is the truth, right? Which is going to be nice. But I believe that he did not. That's my take. But of course, you know, that's my opinion. And if you think that he did cheating, that is your opinion and it is totally valid. But we just have to wait and see, I think. I think that's it. We have to wait and see. Right. Thanks for the follow there, Shades. He's young as well. It's hard not to believe the rapid improvement. That's correct. He's 19, yeah. And you see India going crazy out here. Ain't nobody talking about India snapping. They got 4 people. You think India cheating? You know what I'm saying? They got like 4 people. Bro, over 2,700. Nobody looking over there. All juniors, right? And they like not even, oh, they're not cheating. That's just India. Okay, right? You know, I could argue that they are, but I mean, I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying India is snapping right now. Ain't nobody talking about they cheating, right? But India absolutely is a monster. And oops, what happened there? Oh, I don't know what happened. I am rushed. I clicked allow there, but it still did it. Interesting. I don't think he cheated either. Why study 10 to 11? Exactly. His post game analysis is very sus. I mean, it's whatever. He could have trolled you. He could have trolled everyone, right? Of course, chess speaks for itself. That was a meme. You know what I'm saying? He could have trolled. You don't know what he meant to do, right? We really don't. That's so funny. Oh man, that's insane. That's interesting. Right, Candy's defense because you haven't heard pros rumors of this before. You know what, Miles North? I'm not gonna put any more rumors out there, but there are rumors that of more top players that I actually know personally, right? From some very, very credible information about players that are very, very strong that you have no idea that they were suspected of cheating. I'm never gonna tell you who they are. You're not gonna get that out of me. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, I'm not on the snitching. I'm not that guy, but I will tell you that there has been a lot of suspicion about very strong players before, right? And I'm not ever going to tell you this, but of course, it's just not, you know, like a thing where I haven't heard the pros rumor this before. There are some that's banned that you don't even know right now. There's some right now that are banned from federations that you don't even know right now. And I'm not going to say these names, but it's real out here, you know what I'm saying? And it really is a matter of time and waiting to see what happens. Really. Magnus could have had it in the head and he was cheating, but he was just playing Hans and through. I mean, it could be that too, right? He could have threw purposely. I don't think he did that. I highly don't regard that. Don't cheat, big fella. That's correct. Don't cheat, right? But it's never that serious to have to cheat. You know what I'm saying? As I sip my tea over here, fam. Kermit. I'm on my Naroditsky. Shout out to the big fella sipping my tea. Of course, cheating is human nature. How many guys cheated during online classes during the pandemic? That's funny. But this is OTB, bro. He has a lip balm engine, like they tried to hit Anna Rudolph. Can you imagine that? Anna Rudolph. She was cheating. She has something in her lip balm. Bro, what? Bro, I'm about to smack the color off you. You know what? Bruh. You just breathe, right? You just have to breathe through that one. You know what I'm saying? You have to breathe through that one. Because that's ridiculous. Where they thought she was cheating because of her lipstick. Bro, that was insane. Right? And you remember the Korchnoi. Oh, it's something in the yogurt. It's something in my yogurt. Bruh. The yogurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? People say anything, bro. This has always been a thing. They thought, oh, they're cheating, right? The Karpov Korchnoi thing, putting some. There's something in the yogurt. Excuse me, what's in the yogurt? I'm curious. What's in there, bro? What's in the yogurt? Just please tell me. I need to know what's in the yogurt. So, we can at least have something to say. If I'm the lawyer, right, trying to fight this, what was in the yogurt, bro? I gotta Google this. This is crazy. Kramnik uses the bathroom too much. They did. I did hear a story about that, where they actually had to they sent somebody to follow Kramnik because he used the bathroom too much, but he had to use, say, like, you're drinking water, like, let the man drink water. He's drinking water. It's happened. French vanilla gambit. Exactly. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Not in the yogurt. The thought was the blueberry was hinting in the B-file move. The fact that that's a thing is what I'm talking about, Grandpa. That's it right there. That's what I'm talking about. The fact that they thought the blueberry was hinting at the B file. Are you kidding me? Blueberry mean B file? All right. This is beyond me now, right? This ain't chess no more, bro. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with you, right? You need to get a you know what? Let's get the psychiatrist in here. Like, you need to get checked, bro. Right? That's definitely strange. Very strange, right? But it tells you, like, what goes on and stuff like that. It's a lot. It's a lot, chat. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot out here. So anything can happen. I don't know what happened there, Chess Ninja. You definitely put something in there, though. No way somebody thought that. No, it's nuts, bro. What up, chat? What's good, Rive? What's good? It's a reunification match, right? Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. That's some subliminal nonsense. No way. No, for real. That was a real thing in the Karpov match. The Fischer match with the chair thing. Wires in the chair. Like, bro, chess is such a hard game. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, bro. That's going to be crazy. Like, they're going to be talking about my hat one day. I can see it, bro. It's something in the COE. Bruh. It's hypnotizing me. Like, oh, my God. Like, the COE on his hat hypnotized me. He's cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my goodness. I don't understand sometimes, right? But you've seen it a lot. And it happens. Magnus quitting the tournament is the same when the Indian billionaire cheated versus Anand in the Simo for COVID. Well, that was actually immediately cheated as well. And Hans, I don't believe he cheated at all, in fact. And cheating at this level is very hard to do. In a classical game, you know what I'm saying? In a classical game, it's very hard to cheat at that level. Very, very, very hard. I just don't see it happening. Not at that level. Either Hans is the most intuitive player we've seen in the last 120. There's something funny going on. Postmates yesterday and today I scratched in here. 2,700. Yeah. Right. I will rephrase, and the future players will have to play nude and relieve themselves next to the table. That is pretty gross, my guy. Oh my goodness. Cheating over everything funny. Candy, they're gonna say you making COE protein bars. That gives you plus 10 calculation. Or exactly. They're gonna be on you about something stupid. Most drama I ever heard. Yeah, there's a lot of drama. Since what happened? Someone had a coach that was sitting in different chairs for signals. Right. Wait, why is it hard at classical? It's very hard at classical. A lot of times at that level, they wand you before you come in. You can't have your phone on you. So how would you cheat? I mean, I got the phone on me, right? And plus, I mean, there's just so much, like, Magnus has to, man, it's just tough. You have to find all the best moves and this and that. It's just different. It's different. It's hard to cheat in classical, bro. Like, that's just hard to do. Especially when you got your phone on you, no electronics. What do you do? How do you, like, I mean, he has to be next level cheating. Like, this is just beyond anyone else's mind. Anyone else. Like, it's just, there's no way. There's no way. All good players in one move, they might have seen the same game replayed. That too. Exactly. Mating patterns on my arms, right? Bruh. Oh, his tattoos have mating patterns. He tattooed the variation on his arm. Now, you know what? I can believe that. Somebody would hit me with that. When you just swinging real hard one day, right? You just winning everything. Stuff's working for you. You have a good stride. Oh yeah. Canty got he put it on his arms. I tattooed the book on my arm. Bro, you better. I'm about to smack you with the same arm too as well. Get out of here. Booked up on arms. Exactly. Earpiece on some device and sends Morse code, right? Morse code. Exactly. KID variations on the tattoos. Yeah. Oh, that's this line. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. That's like 94. Right. Bet I got you. Like, no, nobody's doing this. It's too much. It's too much, and it's too much at stake as well. To even consider doing something of that caliber, especially against the greatest player in the world and stuff like that, you know. But again, I think Hans has more of the bad boy, you know, troll kind of thing who doesn't like, some people like him, like, you know, they say 80% should like you, 20% should not. But more, it's more like 60-40 and 60 being not like, you know, for Hans, I think. I've seen that because of certain things he said and stuff like that, which I've seen. But with that being said, I mean, like, that's probably why, you know, I can see Magnus withdrawing because of that, and also the fact that his interviews don't make it any better. Don't make it like any better, right? He said he was an idiot, right? Well, then Magnus loses to an idiot. That's kind of tough, right? Hans Perth, particular line Magnus never played before the morning. A little crazy. Closest line play was in 2006. Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, you can be a well prepared player too, as well, for many things. And the reason why I know that is because I study a lot. So I'm prepared for a lot of stuff that sometimes I'm just not prepared. I was like, oh, I didn't expect you to play that. But luckily, I looked at that 4 days ago, right? Or 20 hours ago, I looked at this, right? Also, one thing to do in studying, when I've looked at recently, this is just a super gym on top of a super gym. When I'm prepping for players now, I'll look at everything you've played from a certain period. And this is sometimes up to 100 games. And you think I'm playing. You think I'm playing with you. But I'm not. I'm not. I will look at everything that you've played for a very long time, just in case you might play it. Just in case you might play it. There's a tool that you can look up everything that they might have played, right? And I put the list on 100, and I scroll, and I scroll, and I scroll. Oh, let me see that. Oh, let me see that. Let me see that. Okay, you might play these. And then I'll categorize it by, like, I mean, sometimes 10 to 15 different things that I have to study for this one opponent. I mean 10 to 15 is a lot, I ain't gonna lie. But up to about 8 to 10, you know, that you've seen somebody play a lot, especially if they're really strong, they've played a lot of things or different systems, then you have to prep for all of that. You have to prep for all of that. I know you're prepped now. Yeah, but like, you don't even know what tool I'm talking about. And you don't even know how to get there, and you don't know how to do the prep outside of that. There's a lot to it, Burn to the fist. I'm only giving you little gems, baby boy. Come on now. Bruh. Come on now. 100%. All right. If you do that and they start with one F4, what I mean, then again, and here's the prep outside the prep, right? Let's say you do something. I've looked at every single one of your games in FIDE, right? I've looked at all of them, or at least most of them, to a certain point where I feel like I have enough information. Then you break out with something I've never seen before. My first thought is you don't know that. Oh, you don't know that. Unless now, of course, I don't know what you do behind closed doors. Maybe you spend 5-6 hours a day on this opening, then you might know it. But my odds, I feel a little better because you're playing something that you're not actually familiar with based off of the files that you've already played, right? So it's very good to understand this. It's a deep psychology thing in chess. We got a trick candy, you know, as a study methods. Hey man, you know, you can pay for them. You know what I'm saying? That's it, big fella. That's an extra S in there. Excuse me. Extra S lessons, right? Chess base is one tool, absolutely. That's one, but there's many others. Someone prepped against me in under 1,000 game. Strange and flattering. Wow, under 1,000, right? They really serious out here, bro. They're really serious. But of course, you know, there's a lot of controversy out there. We're gonna end this video, but a lot of controversy out there, and it's really up to you to make a choice. So what do you think? Put it in the comments.